Hi there, my name is Josh French and I'm the Sports Chiropractor at Pro Chiro Spine and Sports Chiropractic. Today I'm going to show you some of the most effective exercises for recovering from sciatica. Sciatica is a term used to describe sciatic nerve irritation, which often causes pain in the buttock that then refers down the hamstring, the calf, and sometimes even to the foot. Sciatica is often also related to numbness, pins and needles, or weakness in the leg as well. Sciatica can often appear for no particular reason, or it can be related to a pre-existing injury, such as a disc injury or something called spinal stenosis, which is essentially age-related narrowing of the vertebra where the spinal nerves come out. Due to the fact that sciatica is related to sciatic nerve irritation, there's often a lot of sensitivity of the muscles and joints in the low back, as well as a fear of movement. But it's really important that you remember that although movement might be painful and might hurt, it's not going to harm you and it's not going to worsen the problem that you have. And actually, it's going to help you recover even faster. So the following exercise might not really look like much of an exercise, but what it will do is help to start that process of getting the muscles and joints in your low back to relax and start the process of getting this sciatic nerve to desensitize. So all you're going to do to begin with is to lie on your front with your hips on the floor, your hands by your head and your head turned to one side, and just lie like that for a minute or two to allow the muscles and joints of the low back to relax. Sometimes even that position is too uncomfortable, and if that's the case, then what you can do is put a pillow under your hips like so, and all that does is change the position the joints are in and the muscles are in, and takes even more pressure away from the sciatic nerve. So same thing again, just lie like this for a minute or two to start to get those muscles to relax. And once that feels good and you really start to feel as though you're getting a bit more pain relief in the low back, you can then progress on to the next exercise. So the next exercise would be lying on your front with your forearms by your side, and you're just going to keep your hips on the floor but push your upper body up into this stretch. You can just keep the stretch for 30 seconds to a minute, similar thing, just until you really feel as though the sciatic nerve is starting to desensitize. The next exercise is called sciatic nerve flossing, and what this exercise helps to do is to stretch out the sciatic nerve and further that process of getting it to desensitize. So to begin with, this exercise might be a little bit sensitive, but give it a go and see how you feel. So to begin with, sit on a chair that's high enough so that your legs are swinging freely in the air and your feet aren't flat on the floor. And then all you're going to do is to straighten that knee out and bring your toe up and toe down. And just perform 10 repetitions like this, really simple movement, and then relax and assess how you feel after it. If that movement was enough to flare your symptoms up, then this exercise is just a bit too early for you to be doing. But if that exercise didn't really feel like much, and if anything actually helped to reduce the stiffness in your leg, then you can move on to this next step. So the next step would be bringing the toe up, and as you do that, bring the head up towards the ceiling as well, and then head down and toe down. So toe up, toe down, head down. Toe up, head up, toe down, head down. And repeat that 10 times, and then again, like the other exercise, assess how that felt. So what it should do is help to decrease the symptoms and decrease the tightness and the sensitivity of that sciatic nerve. However, if it seems to cause the symptoms to increase, then it's just a bit too early for you to be doing this exercise, and you can go back to the previous exercise, which was you lying on your front, until that feels a bit better for you. On the other hand, if this exercise does seem to improve your symptoms, then you can then start to increase the frequency at which you're doing it. So you can get to the stage where you're performing 10 repetitions of this exercise every hour, and that will then allow this sciatic nerve to be stretched throughout the day and decrease your symptoms in that way.